this. Yeah. I like this. Yeah. I like this. Yeah. I like this.
Alright, so as everybody knows, Terence Crawford will be moving up in weight against Canelo Alvarez, and this will be September the 13th. And this is going to be a challenge for Terence Crawford because he will be moving up against a boxer who is already settled in that weight class. And Canelo Alvarez is not a natural 168 pounder. He actually came from welter, but he settled mostly in 154. Then he went to middleweight, and then he went to super middleweight, right? And that's where he's made his bones. Now, in the case of Terence Crawford, many of the Canelo fans are blaming him and saying, well, Terence Crawford, he doesn't even have the power. He doesn't even have the strength to beat somebody like Canelo Alvarez. I mean, if he doesn't outbox Canelo Alvarez, he's definitely going to lose because Canelo at one point is going to catch him. And that's probably what's going to happen in the fight. Canelo will probably catch Terence Crawford maybe a few times. I wouldn't doubt it. This is the type of fight that you will be surprised how many times Crawford could get caught in this fight. But here's the deal. Canelo Alvarez has not knocked out anybody in the past 7 fights. So his power is overrated at this point in time. Okay? If he would have knocked out his past opponents, then you could argue that Canelo Alvarez has the power edge for sure. But since he hasn't knocked out anybody since 2021, that conversation to me is a little bit over. But will he clip Terence Crawford? Yeah, I would say yeah, he's probably going to clip him a few times. Crawford does get hit. But here's the deal. You don't have to have power to knock out somebody else. We just saw the fight with Jaime Munguia when he actually fought against Surase, and the Frenchman, he went to Mexico in Munguia's backyard and did what nobody else could do. Not even Canelo could do it. Canelo could not knock out, he couldn't knock out Jaime Munguia. Surase did. And if you look at his power, Munguia's power, he doesn't have any power. So he is more like a Devin Haney who has no power. And some fighters have natural power, some fighters don't. There's no reason why to put somebody down because they don't have it. But what I'm saying is that he doesn't have the power of a Canelo Alvarez, and he was able to destroy Jaime Munguia. Just think about that for 1 second. Now, in my opinion, Terence Crawford, what he's gonna do in this fight, because I'll speak about him, losing weight and doing other things that he is training with that I think are going to really benefit him for this fight. But Terence Crawford is going to use a strategy like Sergey Kovalev and Andre Ward. Andre Ward came into the second fight after the first fight, and Andre Ward, with not a lot of power, was able to fold Sergey Kovalev, who was considered not only a knockout artist, but also a killer because he had killed a Russian fighter. But Andre Ward was able to connect those uppercuts into the center of the body, to the midsection. And those uppercuts were really, really effective. Like I said, Andre Ward was not favorite. He wasn't the favorite to beat Sergey Kovalev in the first fight. It was a close fight. A lot of people had Sergey Kovalev winning that fight. A lot of racists too. But I thought it was more like a split decision, or it could be a draw in favor of Kovalev. I didn't see Andre Ward winning that fight, but hey, you know what? When you have a close fight, you have to go rematch. That's how the sport is. At least he gave him a rematch. Canelo never gave a rematch to Lara, right? So I don't want to hear. Gennady Golovkin never get a rematch to Derevchenko or Daniel Jacobs. And neither Canelo gave a rematch to Daniel Jacobs either, but especially Lara. Okay? So I don't want to hear that shit. So the way that Underwood was able to maneuver his technique and hit just clean uppercuts to the body. I mean, just beautiful uppercuts to the body to Sergey Kovalev. He was folded. I think that Terence Crawford is going to do the same with Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez, normally when he fights at this distance over here in your head towards your chest. Anybody who's fighting Canelo Alvarez is always trying to target his face for the most part. Even with Lara, he was trying to target his face. Most fighters that fought against Canelo Alvarez, they try to target his head. But very, very few have tried to target his body. And I think there's room for opportunity there to exploit. And if there's a boxer on the planet who can do that, it's going to be either Crawford or Usyk. But Crawford knows exactly what he needs to do. If he hits those body shots, those uppercuts into Canelo's body, who's very flat-footed right now, I believe he has a great chance to beating Canelo Alvarez, and even doing something very similar that in the same fight we of the fight we saw with Underwood with Sergey Kovalev in the second fight, in the rematch. It could happen. And I would not be surprised, because I've been watching some footage of Crawford, and I saw the Julius Ndongo fight, and obviously Julius Ndongo is not Canelo Alvarez. I know, I understand, but I wasn't looking to see compare the record. I was looking just to see how Canelo Alvarez and just how Terence Crawford was able to launch that beautiful shot. He threw such a beautiful shot. I mean, it broke his ribs. It broke the African guy's ribs, man. He destroyed them. Namibian was fucked after that shot. He was broken. That was a beautiful shot. So Crawford's going to definitely place those shots in Canelo's body, and I think he's going to try to slow him down, and Canelo does kind of slow down more now, and I think there is a possibility that Terence Crawford could give a TKO to Canelo. I wouldn't doubt it. Like I said, Canelo's never been explored there. Now, the other question always will be, what if Canelo hits a shot to Terence Crawford? Will he be able to knock him out? Right? That's really the question. Because if he does, then the fight is over. But if he doesn't, he's in a world shit of trouble. Because I'm telling you right now, Terence Crawford is going to take maximum advantage, and every single angle that Canelo misses, Terence Crawford is going to launch a shot to Canelo Alvarez, and Crawford is not as weak as people think. He is actually a pretty strong dude, and I'll make a different video of that, but I think Terence Crawford could put him down, fold him in this fight. I really believe so. Plus, Canelo, doesn't move his legs as much. He is more a come forward. He does move his head, but he's more like a Mikey Garcia, moving up in weight. When Mikey fought Errol Spence, I mean, he wasn't the same Mikey that fought Sirius Salido, right? It wasn't the same head movement. Everything went out. So I think Canelo is in that stage in his career where his head movement is just not there. I mean, he does use his high guard, but I don't see him slipping as much punches. He does roll every once in a minute, but I think with Crawford, he's going to fight a real counterpuncher. So be aware. I think those body shots will be coming in this fight. All right, give us a like, subscribe, become part of our community here in Golden Era. We also have in Spanish too, Golden Era, as well as Golden Era USA, and we'll see you in the next video. All right, peace out.